Hi, friends. Welcome back to
Wish You Love Podcast.
I'm Marilyn.
And I'm Jazmine.
And
Happy New Year! It's officially 2025.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
2024 went by way too quick. December went by way too quick.
Yes, December. I felt like once the holidays kicked in, everything just went like
it made me
super
sad.
fast.
I didn't do much. I didn't do anything like Christmassy at all. I was so sad.
No.
Other than your girls' miss, yeah.
And even then, I planned that so last minute.
I know.
Yeah.
I think this year I need to be a little bit more intentional about celebrating the holidays and getting festive and getting into the spirit, because I think with work just got really hectic, but I don't want to let that get in the way of holidays, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it literally December felt like 1 week.
Yeah.
Including Christmas.
Yeah.
If that was crazy how fast it went.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think also the landing of it was so off last year. It landing on a Wednesday and then most people having to go back to work the next day. Right. And so it was just really funky.
Right.
Yeah. So, but it did. I 100% agree. I feel like it went by so fast.
You know, it's funny because as you guys know, it was my birthday the day after Christmas. But looking at my pictures, on Christmas Day and my birthday and Christmas Eve, I see myself aging. I'm like, oh my gosh. I know. It's a real thing. It's going to happen. It's okay. But when I was looking back at the pictures, I was like, wow, I didn't recognize myself for a second. It's so weird. Looking at myself in the camera right now, I feel like this is me. But I don't know, for some reason, those days, I looked different in my eyes. I was like, is that what I look like? Yeah, but girl, I even have my first wrinkle. It's happening. The aging is happening.
We are only getting older, Marilyn.
Yeah, I know. So, it's normal.
Yeah.
That's why all my friends are like you said, girl, you're fine. No, it's real. It's happening. It's okay. I don't need the sympathy. It's
I'm
going
aware.
on.
It's okay.
Right. Yeah. 27, you're bound to have one line, you know? Fuck.
25, and I already have my little kana up here.
Really?
I do. I have one. I'll show it to you later.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But some people, it's just genetic that they have, you're talking about, white hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because Anthony's been having his since the early 20s.
I think mine's been mostly stress lately.
Oh.
But, yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Luckily, the holiday season is now finally over. It's good and the bad. So now it's going to go back to a regularly scheduled
routine.
Days.
Yeah. True. Yeah. If not better, with all of our New Year's resolutions and stuff.
Exactly. But we hope that you guys had a safe New Year's. Today, our episode is actually dropping on New Year's Day itself. But we all know everybody celebrates New Year's Eve, you know?
Yeah.
So I hope you guys all had a really good New Year's. What do you usually do on New Year's?
It always
you party
varies.
Or you chill?
I go out.
Oh,
for
okay.
Sure. Yeah, it just varies where with whom. I know the last 2 years it was with Angel's sisters and their now husbands. So it always varies. I know we do try to go out. There's been a couple of times where we stay home.
Right.
But since this was our last New Year's, we decided to go out, but not go out. Right. More just do something.
Dinner or something.
Yeah. So made reservations to a steakhouse.
Oh, nice.
So we spent the New Year's there. Just had a 4-course meal, wine tasting. There was a pianist. We took photos and just did the countdown there. And then, that was it. So it was nice. It was different, but I think kind of what I wanted. Chill, but not not chill at home, but still chill enough to go out and dress
feel
up.
the holiday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what we did.
Yeah.
We were going to invite you and Anthony, but if you guys don't know this, Marilyn doesn't eat meat. So I'm I'm not sure what she would eat at a steakhouse.
And actually, Anthony doesn't even like steakhouses, even though he eats
really?
meat. Yeah. He likes certain type of meat, not steakhouses. But he'll go to one for a birthday or whatever. Just like me, I'll get a salad, but it's not our choice.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. And then they had a prefix menu, so it's not you could order something.
Right.
It was truly this is what you're eating for each meal.
And do you do any New Year's traditions like the uvas? under the table when you were single?
I used to when I was younger because we used to celebrate it like with family.
Yeah.
But now as we get older, I think we just kind of do our own thing. So we don't really do that anymore.
Okay. Nice.
What about you?
Yeah, so every year is kind of the same with me and Anthony, and I prefer it this way. We usually just celebrate New Year's together, and we literally watch a movie, fall asleep every single year. We wake up 10 minutes before, like, scratching our eyes, and, like, Anthony's mom's like, it's happening, guys. Like, she has, like, party hats on, brownies are made, and we always just watch the countdown on the TV, the New Year's Eve special, and it's the same every single year, and I don't mind it because by the end of like Christmas and my birthday and everything, I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
so I'm good. Like, well, maybe we usually sometimes we'll get food or but like this year, I really just wanted to chill.
Yeah. No, that's valid. The exciting thing I think for me is like knowing that next year we'll be together. Yeah. So then it's like, we can host at our house. Like, you're going to be one. We could be, There's no, well, I have to be home by a certain time because my mom wants me home, or there's no.
Oh, my gosh. That's right.
That's kind of like how it has been because I have to go home. He has to go home.
Mm-hmm. You go your separate ways at the end of the night.
Yeah. But now it'll be like, okay, hopefully by this year, in December 31st, 2025, we'll be able to just host or be at home and create our new Year's tradition, have you guys, if you guys are available, like come over and
of course we are. I just told you every year we're just in front of the TV. No, yeah, I would totally love to come whenever that's planned out because I'm all for new traditions and new beginnings and stuff, and I would love to be part of your first like New Year's together as a married couple. Oh, I'm getting emotional thinking about it, but because you guys would be like freshly married, entering a new year, at that point.
Yeah.
2026,
So, it's exciting stuff.
That is exciting. Very exciting.
Yeah. I'm glad we, for now, kept your tradition of just doing what you usually do.
Just chilling.
And I was glad that I was able to, still go out and enjoy it, but in a different way.
And we'll post some pictures here on our Instagram and stuff like that. So check us out there at Wish You Love Pod.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And make sure if you want to share any with us, feel free to send them our way.
Yes, we will repost.
We'd be happy to repost and check them out for you.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so are there any life updates for you, Jazmine? How was December?
Oh my gosh. December, as you said, summarized it quick.
Yeah.
It went by so fast. Everything's been good. I know December was a little hectic for me because of work. I'm just dealing with like the holiday party, which is really massive. It's like planning for 400 plus people.
That's a lot.
While having the pressure of executives wanting to know budget, outcome, and like employee, how they felt about it. So it was really stressful. It was very long days. I think I shared with you at Girls Miss, I was so exhausted that I like had to let my manager know I was going to take a half day on a Friday. And I literally didn't even make it to my bed. I just knocked out on the couch. Yeah, so it's been super.
That's how you know you're tired.
Yeah, I was just really tired. And even just like with my other job, we had talked about it too. Like, it's just been a lot, I think, lately. So luckily to kick off the year, I ended the last week kind of making changes.
Right.
At one point, I was working 7 days a week. Now I'm only going to work 6. So I asked my second job at the cycle studio if I could just work Saturdays.
That's good.
And not Sundays. So I could at least have one day to rest and sleep in and go to church because I haven't had the chance to. Yeah, so just super quick. I think if I can recap my December, it was everything was super fast in terms of the timing and in terms of just things that I had to do. A lot of planning, with a lot of fun things happening in January for Angel and I. It's almost like kicking off the new year with like wedding stuff.
Right.
So
Full throttle.
Full throttle. Yeah, so we've been planning for that, but that's been fun. I was able to do a couple of holiday stuff. The girls' miss. It was so wholesome. I was able to have all my close girlfriends, and we just sat down at a coffee shop. They have a cute little outdoor patio, and I felt like time went by so fast. It did. Like, before I knew it, I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, like, I didn't even want to go, but I had to go. And I know some of the girls, like, they didn't want to go, but
we would have stayed longer if you could have stayed longer.
But. Yeah. So I think that one was definitely one of the highlights of December. That's and good. Just spending time with Christmas. I think it sounds so cheesy, but I think just knowing that everything was like our last, it just made it kind of special.
Bittersweet.
Yeah, bittersweet. For sure.
That's good.
Yeah. But what about you? Birthday month?
Yeah, birthday month. It was really, really good. This Christmas was like probably the best Christmas I've had in a long time. Specifically with one of the sides of my family. It was just really, really nice. Like, I didn't want to leave. Usually I kind of want to like leave early and go to Anthony's family, but I didn't want to leave. It was so nice, and it was just really nice. But also, other big news is that I got an interview and I am part of the church choir now. So remember how I told you guys I was like, I'm going to put that step forward and do it, even though I was scared. And so I guess how my church does it is you do choir and you do your time, and then you can hopefully be on to the worship team, which is what I really, really want to do. I don't really want to do choir, honestly. I did choir when I was younger. It's just kind of like a unison of voices type of thing. But I mean, hey, you got to start somewhere. So I made it to the choir.
Love that. So you did your audition already?
No, they didn't even have me audition. They just interviewed me and asked me about my... That's why I think that they do the choir to see, like, oh, can they actually sing? Because, you know, like, usually people just want to, like, serve God in that way of just singing. But maybe they, like, hear your voice. I don't know. It hasn't began yet, the process of doing all that. But I'll let you guys know.
Love that.
But, yeah, I'm very excited. I hope I can start before work starts up again in February. Another nice moment for my birthday was my students surprised me. And I'll put the video here. But my students surprised me with like so many gifts, of balloon and like cake, and even one of my students, she makes cakes, and I think I told you about her, but she made me a specific vegan cake just for me to take home. She made a cake for everybody else to celebrate and sing happy birthday to me. Yeah, they just made me feel so special, and I was like, wow, like this is like so nice. Like, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to have like an end of the year party to celebrate us, but they decided to celebrate me, and it was really nice. It was really nice.
That is so sweet. I saw your story that time, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the fact that they all came together.
I know.
Like, it wasn't just like one person.
They like talked to each other. About it.
Like there was thought and planning and like effort into it.
It was really nice. Yeah. I felt like, wow, maybe I'm doing something right in my job.
Also ask yourself, am I leaving an impact on them?
I know.
Because I think you are.
I know. They're really good students.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but December was really good, and I'm excited. I'm honestly more excited for January than December. December was exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm excited for a fresh start and getting back into the routine. Yeah. Oh, that's also something else. Speaking of fresh start, Jazmine and I went to a spa in December. And it was so fun and funny.
It was funny.
Full of laughs.
I think funny is the right word for the whole experience.
I was relaxed.
Well, it was funny.
It was funny, to say the least. All giggles.
Should we give them a story time?
Yeah. Which one?
All right.
Jeez.
I'll start. I'll give my little part of the story, and then you can give your story.
Okay.
Marilyn reaches out to me, you guys, and says, hey, I found this really good deal on Groupon for a spa. Pricing was good. Yep. So I was like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. She's like, cool. We planned the date. We planned the time. Meet us. Like, we'll meet there. Okay, great. So we head on over. We're there. As we go in to check in, we realize a lot of like the posters and stuff were in Korean.
We couldn't read it.
But the symbols, I guess, or whatnot. Yeah. And turns out it was a Korean spa, which if you guys don't know or have never been, like, I have. You too, right? You've
No,
never?
this is my first time.
Our first time. It requires you to be completely nude.
Yeah.
Nude in like one area, which was where all the females were, and then in the other area where it was co-ed, it was
you got some like we should like if we could, we should post that picture of our outfits. We wore like this like baggy shorts look. Baggy shirt.
It was giving like
gym middle school.
Worse, probably mixed with Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish aesthetic.
Yeah. It was so funny, you guys. Like, literally, I think the first thing that caught me off guard, besides walking in and seeing all the Korean posters, like I was like, "What? Where are we?" Because the name itself never specified Korean spa. Was when the guy told us you need to take off your shoes, and I was like, "What?" Like, he's just like, yeah, you guys have to be
you can't wear your own sandals or anything.
Yeah.
It seemed very clean though. I will say that it wasn't like you didn't see like dirt on the floor. It was like they were very cleanly.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And then I think the funniest part was definitely when we wanted to go to the jacuzzi. And that was where it was, we had to be fully nude. And we were like, no, this is not happening. Like,
she's like, I don't think we're close enough for this, Marilyn. And then Jazmine, as she's saying, like, yeah, girl, like, I can't, like, we had our feet in with the towels on. She's like, girl, like, I can't, like, I'm sorry, like, tits out, like, I can't be bare booty in front of you.
Yeah.
She moves her towel and her freaking glasses fall in the jacuzzi. And I was like, as she's saying, I can't get in the jacuzzi. In order to get in the jacuzzi, you cannot have anything on. No towel, no nothing. Who the fuck is going to get her glasses?
Marilyn?
She's like, no! She's like, my glasses. And it's deep where you can't even like stand up. You have to like kind of go inside to get it. Yeah. So I went in.
I covered my eyes and I was like,
put
go,
the
Marilyn.
She's like, I'm not looking. God ever.
And then, you guys, we get to the shower part. And I was like, oh, we're going to shower.
I forgot about that.
And like,
yeah.
We'll have closed doors then, right? So I'll take a nice 1 hour shower. Yeah. Then we get there, or we see it, and it's still nude, no doors, like you are just showering with other women. And so that was hilarious because Marilyn and I refused to shower naked. So we showered.
Not gonna share. I wasn't gonna do that.
We showered with a towel on,
and my towel was heavy with all the
like
water.
One piece at a time, like one leg
one
out,
body piece.
One body piece. We would scrub, put that in, put the other leg, scrub. It was so funny.
Yeah, because like I wasn't going to take a shower, but she's like, "Girl, like." We should, like, because we were sweating. We went into, like, a clay room, you know, all the steam room. Like, we went into a lot of rooms where we sweat. So she's like, we should shower. And I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, we do that.
Yeah. Marilyn didn't have to do her hair, though.
Yeah, I had already washed my hair that day.
I did, though. But I was like, if I let go, everything's going to drop.
Uh-huh.
So I had Marilyn wash my hair.
But the freaking, I should call it a hose because that shit was so hard. There was no, like, pressure level of, like, you can lower the pressure. It was just full throttle, like literally spraying down a car. That's how hard it was. But we didn't know that. So she's like hanging her head over. There's shampoo in her head. And I have to let the shampoo get out. So I got to wet her head. Like, and literally I turned it on and that shit like was so hard in the back of her head. And it was burning hot because I put it all the way on. The back of her head was like pink and red.
Think of like a wet dog. That was me. Like my head was just there and Marilyn was like... like all over.
Her head was like down in her arms, like with like one hand actually, because she's holding the towel with the other one. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I couldn't stop laughing. I'm over here holding the freaking hard ass hose with one hand, holding my towel with the other hand, and I have to like turn off the dial thing. But we made it work. But it was nice.
We did.
I bought another Groupon because I'm like, I want to go again. I really liked it. After that day, I was so relaxed. I actually felt really like I slept good that night.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Good. So it worked for me.
Yeah, when she told me she got it, I said, well, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. It was really nice. I liked it. I mean, for the price, you couldn't beat it. We got it like for a deal for like about $20. You couldn't beat it. It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as long as you're fine with seeing people nude, then, you know.
Try a Korean spa. Yeah. But that was a way to also fun. I think a fun bonding moment in our friendship and like way to end 2024.
No, yeah, I was actually laughing in the car thinking of, because like just imagining the image of like your head like being soaked so hard with the pressure and your hand like and your poor back of the head was all red and pink.
It was so funny. I think also when I looked up and my mascara was running too, and you were like, "Oh my gosh, your mascara!" And I'm like, "Well, you just like hosed me down. Like everything was like dripping."
I know, and it wasn't even fully like I didn't even fully like take out the shampoo. Oh, like damn! Oh my gosh! And then like, how are we gonna like wash ourselves? Like we're trying to wash everything, and I'm like, "Well, open up," and I just like poured it on myself. Freaking bucket.
It was so funny.
It felt so good, though, because it was warm water.
If you guys feel bold, go to a Korean spa with your best friend. Yeah. See how that works.
They might go nude. You never know. Maybe it's only us, because everybody else was totally comfortable with their body. Yeah. Which I was like, I wish I'm at that level of being comfortable with my body. I'm just not. Like,
I think also they were older women.
They were.
So I think at that point it's like...
They were like, eh. You know?
Yeah.
I think maybe after you give birth.
Another day, another titty. Like, maybe they don't care. Like, they're like,
No. Yeah. But I think maybe after you give birth, maybe you're like, oh, everybody's seen it.
Maybe. And like, Also, another funny moment of that day or that experience was when you and I were sitting in the jacuzzi. I don't know if you remember, and like we look up and obviously we see all the like naked women like walking around and in the pools and stuff. And then Marilyn goes, I don't know if you remember this. Well, maybe this is what God wanted us to do. Like, Adam and Eve were naked. Me bringing God into it. I looked at her and I was like, bitch. I was like, I'm not going to get naked.
Yeah, because that's what they said in, like, Genesis is, like, they were comfortable being naked, even man and woman, right? Yeah. Because there's nothing you should feel ashamed about with your body. Right. But, like, sin made us, like, ashamed of it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, well, but I'm saying, like, the fact that you brought it up all, like, casually, like, feet in the jacuzzi, this is we're holding our towel. Wants. Yeah, I'm like, nah.
This is a God-filled place. That's funny. I forgot about that. Yeah,
that was so funny.
I think the funniest moment was definitely the hose down, for sure. But it was really nice, funny. Like, doing the clay room and just, like, closing your eyes and, like, talking to each other about different things. That was really relaxing.
It was. Yeah. Yeah. I'll give those a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
The nudity part, then, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, when you go, you don't have to go into, like, technically it's called the sauna room. True. Like, you could just do, like, the clay and, like, do yoga, you know.
Yeah.
And I like that we had to lock our phones, like, in a locker. Like, you couldn't have your phone, so it was a really good, like, 3 hours of no phone at all.
Yeah.
It was nice. I like that aspect too.
Yeah. I think I'll stick to Burke Williams if you guys have ever been there.
That's more than $20 for sure.
For sure. No, sure. But at least their nudity is like 10%.
Yeah.
It's only a couple people choose to go that route.
I did buy some yesterday. They were having a deal. And I think this deal is still going on right now. I told you guys about Clean Aesthetics, my friend Marcy, who does facials. She's doing a buy one, get one free right now.
Oh, wow.
So I think it was like $130, but that's for 2 facials. And she has a really, like, she goes always extra. She does more than what is, she says the package is.
Yeah.
And it's always really relaxing. So I did already buy that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
nice. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'll continue look into that.
Self-care. Yeah. Continue it.
For sure.
All right. We should get into our New Year's resolutions. Oh my gosh. We were going about the spot.
We were just This is the fun vibe. We're kicking off the first episode of 2025.
Oh, yes.
And chill.
And also, before we get into the resolutions, we didn't even say, we were going to say it from the beginning of the episode. So now we are doing bi-weekly episodes here on the podcast just because of my work and schedule and like just not so much of the workload. But it's going to still be good. We're still going to release content all the time on Instagram and stuff. Like you will get your episodes, but now it's going to be every other week, bi-weekly episodes.
Yeah. We decided to take that step back, like Marilyn said, because of how busy we're getting. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, even on my drive over here this morning, I told Angel, like, we'll see if we make it to July. Not that we're going anywhere, but in the sense that that'd be like 2 months before the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know.
I think this schedule will help because we are able to record more in advance and stuff like that. It just works out, especially with, like you said, your busy year this year as well.
And yours too. So,
well, I mean, just
adulting.
My summer is always clear, as you guys know. I don't work during the summer.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So, yeah, do take note of that. We'll be sure to put that on our social media platforms and make a post as well.
Yeah.
But just so that you guys hear it first on here as well, stay tuned for bi-weekly episodes moving forward.
Yes, bi-weekly.
Yeah.
But all right, Jazmine, you want to go first with your New Year's resolutions?
Sure.
Please comment down below your New Year's resolutions because we might add it to our list if it's a really good one and we just didn't think about it. But yeah, comment down below your New Year's resolutions for 2025.
Yeah. 2025, I'm super excited, you guys. Like Marilyn said, it's a fresh start. It's a new year, so I'm really excited. Lots of fun things happening this year itself. I know, like, as soon as I got my planner, which I love her, by the way. She's so cute. She's in my bag right now.
Oh, nice.
I've been putting, like, dates already in advance on my planner. So I have, like, dates reserved already in, like, August, September, October, like May. So it's like really exciting. Lots of fun things happening. Graduations, first communions,
Mm-hmm.
of course, the wedding, fun stuff with the wedding, proposals, all these fun things that are happening with like the people that I love around me, birthdays. So excited for 2025 and what that holds. Also excited. I am hosting my first ever brunch and prayer boards.
This month,
yeah. I was going to say in like 2 weeks or so. So that's really exciting. I'm going to get all my girlfriends together. We're going to have a cute little brunch, take photos, and then do the prayer boards, which are essentially a vision board. It's just, I guess it can go both ways. This year, I'm just offering it more to God than like a vision.
Yeah.
Praying over it and letting God know what I will be praying for.
And reminding yourself of that every month.
Yeah. So super excited for that. So I wrote down a couple of goals that I can think of right now. I think for sure as we make these boards, maybe we can post them.
Oh, yeah.
Or something. Yeah. Just to like kind of see what else we end up adding as we like put the pictures together.
And really think about it, yeah.
But okay, so I have couple on here. First one is definitely preparing for marriage. So I think I mentioned this before. Of course, I am excited for the wedding. And yes, that's been a lot of planning that I'm doing. But more than anything, I'm excited for marriage and just kind of coming together as one and starting to make decisions as one and moving in together and all of that. So I'm really excited to prepare for that, practicing more patience, practicing more of what do I want? No, now it's going to be what do we want? Like what's going to be best for the both of us and like for our home. So I think it's going to be a little bit challenging, but I'm excited to prioritize that this year and practice it with every decision and words that come out of my mouth.
Yeah. That's hard.
Yeah.
It's not just you anymore.
I know. And luckily, because we're getting married through the Catholic Church, Father Tommy's going to guide us through that. So we're going to do like a retreat and stuff like that. So that's really exciting. But yeah, definitely excited for that. My second one that I put on here was skincare. I don't really have a routine.
Yeah.
I kind of just, sometimes it's horrible, but sometimes it's just a wipe and like splash of water and then I go to sleep. Yeah. Sometimes I do like the cleanser. Right. But I think this year I really just want to emphasize on having like a routine and knowing what it is. And so I think what inspired me was Hailey Bieber because I had seen on social media where she said something like, go to sleep every night looking like a glazed donut and like thank me later or something like that. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't think about it. Like you should go to sleep looking so funky because when you wake up, it'll be like a whole transformation.
Right.
Like it's going to benefit you while you're sleeping. Definitely preparing for that. I'm in between right now going. Hailey Bieber's has a brand called Rhode. And so they have like step-by-step skincare.
Oh, wow.
But then I also heard Bioma. I don't know if you've heard of Bioma, but it's like a brand. They sell it at Target. And I checked it out yesterday, and they also have, like, it'll say, like, step 1 and what to do. Step 2. So you buy these different products. Okay. So trying that out. Number 3, as you guys know, continuing my health and confidence journey. So that kind of was part of it last year. It was like a pro and con due to my injury and then busyness. And then at one point I was good. And then at one point finding out that I might have health issues that are preventing weight loss. So I guess just kind of, again, putting that to God and like letting that hopefully just continuing to see like what I can get out of that this year. Number 4 for me, growing my relationship with God within my faith and within my community. This year, I did not really put God in my plans. I don't think I did last year for like vision board and stuff. Then halfway through the year, like around Easter is when something happened to me where I wanted to. And the answers just came to me. Like it was so natural and like I know it was purposeful, like how everything happened. You know, meeting Father Tommy, going to the church that I go to now, joining the young adult group. So I think it happened for a reason and I've truly enjoyed it so much and have learned to prioritize the group and church, and they've been teaching me a lot and whatnot. So I think this year being more intentional and continuing to grow that relationship with them and with God and within my faith. I know Father Tommy always says, growing a relationship with God is as if you were dating. Like you can't just not, you can't only go to church once a month and assume or hope or expect that everything's going to be strong. Because if I only saw Angel once a month, then I know it wouldn't work. Like we would totally fizzle out. We would end up not together. So that was a good way for me to kind of see it in that perspective where I'm like, okay, like 2025, I started it 2024 and now 2025, I need to continue to grow it and like be more mindful of my attendance and participation. Number 5 here, prioritizing family and friends time. I think specifically with my parents as well. I think especially as I plan to move out this year, I know it's going to be hard not really living with my parents or being with them in the sense that I'm going to have to learn to prioritize making a day to go see them and let them know, hey, I'm still here. I just don't really live here anymore. Or I might not talk to you every day, but I can at least try to make an effort to come every Monday night for dinner or something like that. Right. So really learning to prioritize that. And with that as well, friendships, right? Like we've talked about it, like trying to find a day that we can both hang out weekly or bi-weekly or something like that.
That works with our schedule.
6, this one's kind of silly, but I think I've taken the decision. I am not a huge fan of myself with glasses. I think I've been wearing them for a while because Angel, bless him, like I love him. Like he makes me feel pretty and he likes me in my glasses, but I realize that I prefer not wearing them. Yeah, and so same. There's only 2 solutions to that. It is either contacts permanently or LASIK. So I think making that decision this year, 2025, like, am I going to do LASIK and just do it? Or should I learn to wear contacts? And like, of course, it'll be hard in the beginning, but you said you wear them every day.
Yeah, I'm wearing them right now.
Yeah. So
I love contacts.
Maybe doing that.
Yeah.
Because, I'm like,
surgery is scary.
Think that's part of helping with my confidence. Oh, like finding ways that I will feel and look my best. And I think if eyes is one of them, then there contacts. Starting to wear those.
Love that.
Yeah. And surgery. I know. I'm in between LASIK because I'm not necessarily scared of the surgery because I just kind of want to go in and do what you have to do. I heard it's fast too, so it's not like you're really there for a long time. I think what I'm more worried about now is people have been telling me the after effects of it. Like, some people say that supposedly they, like, I know, like, there was this girl they sent me on TikTok where she says she feels like there's like little pieces of glass in her eye.
Oh.
And so it hurts.
Oh.
Yeah. And like if something goes wrong in that way, there's nothing you can do about it. Mess with that, yeah. So, yeah, but maybe contacts.
Yeah, contacts are good. Mm-hmm. I taught my brother how to put them on, so I could teach you if you wanted.
Do you do dailies or monthlies?
Dailies.
So you do dailies?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what I have now, but I only bought a little bit because I was only going to wear them on occasion.
Oh, yeah.
But now I would be buying them for every day, basically. Yeah. Cool. I'll get back to you on that one. Okay. 2 more, friends. I have one here to save money and be more mindful of spending and budgeting. There was a point in my life where I felt like I was doing it pretty well and I was really good at like saving and stuff. And then it got lost, and then now it's been like even more crazier. And so I think kind of going back to that budgeting and saving money and being more mindful of my spending is definitely something I want to take into action this 2025, because lots of things are coming up and
they're expensive.
I was telling Marilyn I'm already at a little over $20,000 for that wedding, y'all. Gosh. So definitely have to continue. Luckily we've saved, so we're good, and we have our parents to support us and help, but still we should be more mindful. And then the last one here, I think, again, just with preparing for marriage and moving out, start to clean and get my things organized. One of the biggest things that I know I've shared with Angel is I want to make sure that we go in preparing and having a clean house. And so if that means wherever we live, our closet will only accommodate 6 pairs of shoes, then we have to just do that and say, okay, only 6 are going to fit. Like, I really don't want to be the type to be like, well, we'll just put them under the under the couch or under the bed for now.
That's literally me.
I really want to try to be mindful of where everything's going to go, and everything's going to have a place. And if there's not a place for it, then it's not.
Can't be here.
Yeah, okay. So that's going to be really challenging because, again, you're bringing in two people to us to, maybe shoes are going to be more of a priority for him. And if we only have 6, then it's like being mindful of like how we're going to divide that up. But I think it's possible. So I think just preparing for that. If I could do it now, start cleaning my room now and making way, it should make the move easier. Yeah.
I feel that. I mean, that's something I actually want to do this new year is like get rid of things I haven't worn in a long time. And because I literally have a walk-in closet and it's filled to the max. Like filled to, like I can't even put clothes in. I have like a huge dresser, can't even stuff clothes in, like, and I'm like, I like everything, so I need to do that as well and be more mindful of what I have.
Yeah, and I think it's hard because I think naturally most human beings, like, we like to keep things, and like things. Everything has a memory or like some sort of value. Yes. But I think also remembering, like I was telling Angel, like, if you have an Ice Cube shirt that you bought when you were in high school, maybe A, that's not your style anymore.
If he gives that away, give it to me.
And B,
I want that. I'm like, what?
I'll find a space.
No, I will. Ice Cube, and I know it's oversized on me. I'm like, that's good PJs right there.
Oh my gosh.
I need to tell Angel when I see him. If you get rid of any rapper stuff, please, please, please give it to me.
I was just like, okay, if you bought this in high school, chances are A, it doesn't fit you anymore. B, like, it's not your style anymore. And D, like it's worn out. Like it's okay to give it away, or we're not all, and I don't mean like, I'm not just meaning like big, like he got big. Like no, I'm meaning like it's just not, we grow up and our bodies change. Like, not everything's going to fit the same way.
Hell yeah.
So,
I was not the same size as I was in high school. No, yeah, for sure. Okay, so my New Year's resolutions are, I don't think it's anything different from really last year. Like last year I had travel on there, except for the travel that I had. Now my travel is like a little different, but I really want to go to Oahu and specifically go to Aulani, the Disney resort. That's my goal for this year, to go again during the summer with Anthony to Oahu, and that's Hawaii, if you guys didn't know. There are different islands, and so we went to the big island, and now I want to go to Oahu. Hopefully one day we will go to every single island that we can go to, because some islands are only specific for natives, so you can't go. So all the ones we can legally go to, I want to go to. So Oahu's next on my list, so I really want to travel. And be mindful about traveling, because this last year I traveled a lot and I didn't even plan it. It all just kind of happened. Like Anthony's mom invited us to Hawaii and I was like, yeah. And my poppy was like, well, you need a gift for graduation, so why not travel, go to Walt Disney World? And I'm like, okay, yeah. Yeah. So it was all kind of things that like I didn't plan, but I want to make sure to plan now, because I feel like now that I'm out of school, at this point, it's been a year since I've been out of school, and like me and Anthony don't have children, we don't have a mortgage, and I'm like, this is the time to travel. I know that he's like, kind of like you, like, let's save money for wedding, but I'm like, we're only young once. I want to travel. Like, I want to go to Paris. Like, I want to go to London. I want to do all these things. Yeah. And so, because it only gets more and more complicated as you get older. True. So I'm like, now's the time to do it. And so, yeah. So I want to travel. This was on my list last year and I didn't accomplish this last year, but I want to cook more. I want to learn more recipes from other people specifically. So I want to learn how to cook, but I specifically want to learn Anthony's mom's potato tacos. She makes amazing potato tacos. Yeah. And so if I can accomplish making that, I'm set. I'm like, okay, check on that. But yeah, that's a part of mine. And to be fair, I feel like a lot of women nowadays don't know how to cook. But bitch, because we're out here getting degrees. Like, what the fuck? I don't got time to cook. Like, eat that. Because a lot of people like to shame women, like, not knowing how to cook. Like, I'm sorry, my mom didn't raise me to be a wife. I'm going to be real. She raised me to be successful. Like, that's the difference. Like, these generations, like, they seen, like, the value in school. They seen the value in a woman having her own career. So these parents of that generation, like, set us up to be successful women, but not, like, successful, like, maybe moms or wives, the traditional things. And so I do want to be a good cook for my children. So hence why it's on my list. So don't shame me. I will not be shamed. Continue to work out. I know you guys know I love to work out. It's one of my kind of like a spa. Like, I love that. It's very rejuvenating for me. And so I just really want to continue working out, continue losing weight. Anthony and I are not engaged, but we do plan to get married. And so it takes a long time to lose weight, like naturally. Girl, we don't got work done. You know what I'm saying? I'm realizing a lot of people that look bomb, I'm like, oh, they had work done. Yeah. Side eye. Yeah. Okay.
There was a girl on TikTok. Sorry, go ahead. She posted her before and after, and it was like drastic. Yeah, she looked bomb. But I love that she was so real. They were like, "What did you do?" And she was like, "Oh, I got the the surgery."
Oh, gas. Yeah. The one where you take it out. Your stomach. You cut your stomach in half.
Yeah. So she's like, "I did that."
Gastric sleeve or something.
Yeah, but then everyone was like, "You're so real," like that you didn't like lie and like, "Oh, I did that."
If
like,
you're on Ozempic, just say it.
Yeah,
don't say like, "Oh, I just only ate like 100 calories a day." Like, don't freaking lie.
I ate an apple and water, and that
exactly
was it.
The apple and water diet. Like, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, continue to work out because I don't plan to get work done, and honestly, I don't need work done. Like, that's kind of stupid for me to do that, but like. because surgery is dangerous. So I plan to continue to work out to push myself even further than I have. I know that sounds crazy to Jasmine. She's like, girl, please be healthy. So actually, I haven't done it yet. And I know today's the 1st. So hopefully when I'm listening to this, I'm going to do it today. But I'm actually going to make a plan for myself for the year to lose a certain amount of pounds by the end of the year. But it's nothing going to be like insane. Like it's going to be something of a lifestyle where I'm continuously losing weight, but not like for example, like a pound a month. It's not going to be like a pound a week like I was doing like in April, which worked. But like I'm going to weigh myself and I'm going to be like, okay, how much do I want to weigh by February? Okay, well, let's set up the plan type of thing. Like I want to really do it in a healthy manner where I'm still able to have my pizza. I'm still able, but it's not every day. You know what I mean? Like a healthy balance because it's a lifestyle. I don't want it short term. I want it long term. Yeah. So doing that, getting myself ready for whenever I get married. It's going to be after Jazmine, though. It takes time, girl. I'm trying to be a size 0. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, save money is the next one. Just like Jazmine. I finally am touching real money now that I'm out of school. And so there are times where I'm spending a little bit more than I would have in the past. But I'm also like giving myself wiggle room because I'm like, come on, Marilyn. Like I was really tight on money. Like if I was starving, I told you, we said this actually on the podcast, like when we first started. Yeah, I would even go to Happy Diner and I'll be like, no, can't spend $12. Gotta sell those 12. Yeah, it would be like that. Like I was really tight on my money. So I gave myself leeway, but of course being mindful and only spending money when I think it's necessary. And then grow the podcast. That is on my bucket list of like editing better or thinking of catchy phrases, like better captions or things like that. Like growing the podcast in that way of like bringing better content to you guys and trying to be active even more on the socials and all that good stuff. And I also want to memorize more scripture. I want to be able to just say scripture on the top of my head. Like I know, like I could probably say 10 scriptures right now, but I want to be able to say more. So memorize more scripture. And also my last one is I am part-time professor right now. My goal for the new year is to become full-time by the end of the year, whether that be applying for jobs or being the best professor I could be, whether that be networking, whether that be praying, whether that be, writing a better teaching philosophy. Like there are so many ways to try to move up in your career. And so that's one of my resolutions of putting my best foot forward every single day I work.
I love that. I think we said it and I'm repeating it again, but like it's such a fun, refreshing way to like set new goals for the year and kind of
map out the year.
Map it out. Yeah. And like look back and see like what, I don't know if you did this last year, but I know that there were points where I had my vision board hanging and it was so nice to see like the things that got accomplished and the things that were that I did that weren't on there. Yeah. Like, it's like such a beautiful blessing to see like everything come to life and like live in those moments that you plan out for or really want. So I'm really excited. Like I feel like we both have a good chunk of list. Yes. And I'm sure more will come throughout the year and throughout even this month.
I do want to do another 5K. That was on her list last year and she accomplished it. Yeah. I want to do it again.
Yeah, me too.
It's not on my resolution, but it's just something I want to do.
Yeah. For when I host the girls thing, I had seen this girl do it on TikTok. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to add this too. They did bingo cards. Have you seen that? No. So it's like a blank bingo card. Yeah. And then that's more like short term. Like within like the next months.
I love that. And like half a year, maybe twice a year.
Yeah. Like, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, like, so I'm making bingo cards for you girls. So we're going to do them. Because
I love that.
Those are more like 5K. Like, you prep for it. Yes, it's big. Like I was able to do it in 2024. Yeah. She joined me. That was so much fun. But that's more of like, we can add to the bingo card and not on the
the vision,
the prayer board.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
I like that. Yeah, definitely want to do another 5K. Maybe I'll do the Disney 5K because I think that would be so.
Right?
I think October.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, they have 2, so you're probably right. There's probably one in the spring too. I think I would like to do the 5K at Disney. Yeah, it's expensive, but it's an experience for sure.
Yeah. No, this is so much fun. Like I think New Year's is starting to become one of my favorite holidays.
Yeah.
Just because we love growth. Fun. Yeah.
Hence the podcast, literally.
It's not for us, I think.
Yeah.
It's not all about like drinking and like celebrating. No, it's more like the planning and the reflection of it. So,
and I think I was just thinking because you said drinking. I'm very I think very strict with myself. Yeah. And that's something that I'm trying to actively be easier on myself. Like, for example, I try my best to be a good person. So I had stopped drinking, but then at my party, I drank and I had so much fun.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice to
she was a little lit.
Yeah, it was nice. But I was sad not everybody else was. I'm like, girl, it's just me. Everyone else was drinking, but they weren't drinking on the level I was drinking.
Yeah. But also I feel like you're tiny, so you're lighter weight.
And I hadn't drank since July.
So it hit you faster.
It hit me faster. And I was starving that day. But I hope you guys are thinking about your New Year's resolutions and maybe got inspiration from Jazmine or from me. And I'm actually today, future Marilyn, because I do listen to When It Drops, listen to last year's New Year's episode and think about how much you have grown. Look at you guys, who I'm talking to y'all now. Look at your planners or wherever you wrote down your reflections of what you wanted for 2024. Look and see how far you have come, because we have, even though it may not seem like great lengths, we have.
Yeah, no, that's a really good reminder. And I think, like I said, a good way to just reflect, appreciate, and move forward for 2025.
Yes.
And celebrate. Yeah.
Celebrate our wins.
Celebrate the wins. The ones that we didn't accomplish.
It's all right.
You could still move it, copy and paste.
The cookie. I think everyone is lose weight. That's a common one.
Yeah.
But be how I did on a plan of action of how are you going to lose weight? Don't just say, this year I want to lose weight. How are you going to lose weight?
Yeah.
What is your goals? Okay, every day I'm going to walk a mile, or every day I'm going to make sure I have at least one healthy meal. Some people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So be active in what you want. Don't just say it. Have a plan. Please stay tuned. In 2 weeks, we're going to talk about our themes for the new year. My episode, and then the following 2 weeks, it'll be her episode. And I hope that we continue to inspire you throughout January of thinking about your New Year's resolutions. Yeah. Because sometimes you don't know on New Year's Day. You're like, I don't even know what I want for the new year,
Yeah.
So hopefully we continue to inspire you and make you think about this new year.
Yeah, and if you haven't thought of your goals yet, today's the perfect day to do so.
Yes.
And if not today, that's okay. You still have, this. I think as long as you kind of start to think about it and reflect and have that buttoned up by this month, you're solid, y'all. You're good. Mm-hmm. Also, on top of these resolutions, which are always fun to make, a list of them,
right?
Your vision boards, your prayer boards, your bingo cards. Yeah. I think also, like Marilyn said, we'll be sharing our theme of the year, of what we're really going to overall base it off of.
Yes.
And so I think that's also a good thing for you to start thinking about.
Get inspiration
and start thinking what's your overall theme?
What am I bringing to the new year?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys remember at one point Marilyn's, I think mine too, was faith over fear.
Yeah.
That was kind of the theme of the year, trying to incorporate that with everything.
Right.
So really take some time to think about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's episode. Thank you guys for continuing to support our podcast and being patient and always being supportive along the way with all the changes and new things that we bring. We appreciate and love you guys so, so much. If you haven't already, please make sure you follow us at Wish You Love Pod. And there's also a link where you can submit questions or any topics that you'd like us to talk about. Feel free to submit that. We want you to feel a part of this community, so please do.
And above all else,
we wish you love. Bye, friends.